Welcome to my video. I'm here to show you how you too can have these deep blue cloudless skies and searing white hot desert sun on your Utah map. So let me go ahead and set it back to the defaults and come back and show you how I did it. All right, I'm back, and this is a lot closer to the default look. It's not exact, probably mathematically. The little numbers I entered, I don't actually remember the original values, but I do remember most of them, and also the original look. And so this is pretty close, probably, and I'm going to show you how to get back to what you saw when the video first started. So you want to start by hitting your F11 key. And really, this first step is just so simple. And you could just stop here if you wanted to. You just type in the word cloud. And you see these right here? Just turn them off. Just turn off the eye. There it is. All the clouds are gone. It's really as simple as that. It's that simple. You could just say you're done, and you don't even have to watch the rest of the video. But if you'd like to have that tiny white searing hot sun and the darker blue sky, stick around and I'll show you how I did that. So up here where you typed cloud, you could just click the X, I suppose, and now type sun sky. Let's hit the enter key when I don't need to. Ancient habit. You wouldn't be able to execute anything without hitting the enter key. And in here, you have some various options. What we can do that's going to make a big difference right away is change the size of the sun. You can't just use this here dial. I'm going to dial it down. And what's funny is if you go too far, it turns into a black hole. Whoa! See? Yeah, click back up. Don't be frightened. Just click the button. There you go. But we still have all this sun flare here, don't we? All this lens flare business that doesn't look real. You know, that's fine if you're looking at the whole world through a camera, but to make it more immersive, like you're really there, then I'd like to get rid of that. Just have a sharply bright glowing orb. So that is going to be, you have to find these things. I'm sorry, it's a little bit, you probably already spotted it and you're waiting for me. Okay, flare type. You can go and choose different graphics, but this is the size here. Let's just drop it down to 1 and see what happens. Okay. I think what we need to do in this case is to bring the sun size up. There we go. That's pretty good size. Now there are also different textures for these sun flares that you could play around with. Like, let's see, BeamNG Sun Flare 2. I like that one. It doesn't seem to have as many points. Just fuzzy halo. Let's see what happens to how much smaller we can get away with making the sun itself. Sun size. Let's go down to 1, just to remind ourselves. I actually don't mind that. How about you? I think in this case maybe it should be a little whiter. And so here you have this color sun scale, and there's a little color option here, and you can go more golden. See, like, and it kind of changes the tint of the whole world, doesn't it? It's pretty neat. But so that's fun to play with, isn't it? But I'm going to go for more of a whitish yellow. Yeah, look at that searing white hot sun. All right, now some other adjustments. And shout out to the gentleman whose name's appearing on the screen about now for helping point me in this direction here. A video I watched of his. Here's where we can start to richen up the sky and get more your landscape to pop a bit more. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to lower the Rayleigh scattering. Now, to the best, the ray probably has to do with the, somebody knows what this means. Somebody's more of a nerd than I am even. But this, what it seems to do is it has to do with how the light disperses across the sky so that the sun won't be contributing to the overall pale blue kind of powdered effect. And so to bring this down, it only goes so low or it turns your sky black. But we're going to go ahead and try to jump down to 1. If we need to come back up, we can. Wow, that's almost like a night sky, isn't it? Oh, look at this. Well, we're getting closer, aren't we? Look at how rich and dark that is. But now the whole world seems a little dimmer, doesn't it? So we have options for that. Here we have your exposure and your brightness. And you know these from working with any sort of photo editing in your phone or whatever. So your brightness is going to affect the overall amount of white. Well, let's just go ahead and jump this up to 3. Okay, I like that. There's still something seems a little empty, a little missing maybe. Even though that really looks awesome, doesn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and crank up the exposure to 2, and maybe that'll make everything seem like it's a little more hot. Like it's cooking in the sun. There we go. All right, now I think haze adjustments once we're done in here. All right, now when your cloud layer is gone, this color selection is super responsive for the color of your actual sky. At least it usually is. I don't know what just happened, why it isn't right now. Huh. All right, some setting somewhere that I overlooked, so I'll figure that out, come back, tell you about it the next time we talk about these videos. Okay, so these features here, because I'm going to play around with these a lot. I want to experiment with creating, alternate, really immersive environments where rather than just making it rain, it's, everything is really consistent with that environment, with that event of rain. I've seen where the sky is maybe a little brighter than it needs to be for how hard it's raining. And there are some tricks that I'm learning with the clouds that I'll come back and show you to make things really a gray day rather than having to have it be later in the day and things like that. So anyway, I think we're done here, but what you want to do is if you like this and you want this to load every time you come and play this map, and I'm going to do this to all of my desert maps probably. Then come down here to save level, click on file, go to save level. It takes a minute. You're done. Now to get out of this menu, unlike your other UI menus where you can just hit the escape key to get out of the world editor you hit the F11 key again. You use the same key you used to get into it to get back out of it. So you hit the F11 key again, and here we are. Heck, ready to drive. Okay. All right, I'm not really happy with that fog. I don't like how it seems like it's making those hills look kind of fake to me. How about you? I think these hills look a little fakey, so I'm just going to go into the regular environment here and just back off on the fog a little bit. Yeah. Now you can go in and mess around with your fog color. I've had mixed results with that. But when I get my hands on how to really specifically create precise effects, rather than just how to monkey around and change stuff, I'll build some more tutorials on those things as I learn them. But I'm really excited about this. Makes it lots of fun. To me, more immersive. You have that clear desert sky, that deep blue. You know, there aren't always clouds in the sky. And so, and the limitations on what clouds are in the BeamNG skies, I am about to do something about that. I'm about to change that. And so stick around, hit like and subscribe for more of this and some general destruction videos I like doing as well. Have a lot of fun with doing speed tests and things like that. Just really have a great time in here. Hope you'll join me. So I'll see you next time.